with our second interview for the day. So you would have saw me at 10 o'clock. I was interviewing the lovely Julie from Tiny Talk, who was telling us about her market like a pop star journey over the last year and why she's coming back to do it all over again. And on this live, I'm going to be doing a lovely interview with Cari Weston. If she joins me, she should be joining me. Hello there, Train, how you doing? There she is. So let me request to, that's it, request to join. Clicking and everything else to come on. But hopefully Cari's going to be joining us live, where we're going to be talking about her market like a pop star. Oh, there she is. Should be on now. Yay, it's working. How are we doing, Cari?
I'm good. I'm good. How are you?
Are you teaching this morning, or
Yes,
what's...
well, between classes. So I was teaching this morning, and then I'm legging it back up to do a lunch club this afternoon. So I've sort of found a space for you.
Oh, thank you so much. I was just about to, because you had this lovely background. I was like, where is she? Like,
my back wall. It's not that exciting. It's
oh.
just.
Anyway, Cari, before we dive in, tell everyone who you are, what do you do, and where you do it.
So I'm Cari Weston. I run BilinguaSing Woking Bracknell, which teaches French, Spanish and Italian to 0 to 11-year-olds through fun, music and sensory play. And I do that in East Berkshire, so in Woking and Bracknell, for those of you who know it. I run classes in the community, I work in nurseries and preschools, and I also run clubs in primary schools.
Wow, yeah, and you're really, really busy as well, because there's you and you have a team.
I do. I have 2 teachers working for the moment. I'm currently recruiting for my 3rd.
Anyone out there that like watches this later on at some point, you know, that in future, Cari is looking to recruit another teacher for her team. So how long have me and you known each other? Because I think you were in the business club first before you did the pop star program.
I came to you through, it must have been your 2023 Market Like a Pop Star Challenge.
Yeah.
And I did it and absolutely loved it, and then joined the business club, and then the following year did Market Like a Pop Star.
Yes. Yeah.
It's been almost 2 years, I think, since
wow. So we did a year in the business club. For anyone that doesn't know, I have a paid membership, which is a business club where we do like monthly coaching. We have a portal training and we bring guest speakers in. And then last year in 2024, Cari came and did the Market Like a Pop Star program with me. Tell me about your experience of doing that with me. What did you enjoy? How did it work for you?
So in terms of the pay program, it's the accountability. I liked the checking in. I know it's like me self-employed. You don't have anyone telling you what to do, which in some ways is lovely. But when you're like me and you're a bit lazy, you sort of slide. So I love the accountability. I love the community sense of it. I know we get quite lonely when we run our own businesses. Even though I'm going in and out of settings all the time, I know I'm there for an hour. I'm there for half an hour. I say hello to the secretaries. I say hello to the teachers briefly. I might see the dinner ladies, but you don't. And there's no one else like you, and it's all very different. And it's really nice just to hear what other people are getting up to. And I love everybody's successes. I love the celebrating everybody's successes. It's always really lovely to see what people have been getting up to, and people seeing when you've said, "Oh, you should do this," and someone goes, "I did it, and it worked," and that's just. See, I love that. I really love that. And it always, like, I know you're right. I know what you should do works, and it's lovely watching people go, because it worked, and it worked for them, and they have that amazing success.
What I love about you and us working together, because after we did the Market Like a Pop Star program, you came and did get fully booked with me, is that you're really good at using accountability. Like, you always, like, every week, even in the business club, you always put down what you want to get done this week, which I love about you. And I also love that you're like a grafter. Like, you do the work, like you take the actions. Like, when we talk about like approaching nurseries and schools, there's no messing around with you. You're just like in there, like picking up the phone, going to speak to people, like, because like I feel like with we know what makes the sales work in the business, and like obviously doing the program helps build foundations and stuff, but then also we've also got to take actions, and you're great at taking actions.
Thank you. Yeah, I think I think it's one of those things where it's really easy to like sit on to do to just kind of do things, and I think getting that, like, just go and do it. I know I've always kind of sought forgiveness rather than permission to do things, and that's
Yeah.
on my business now. I go head first and I do it. And like I have like yours little, like I have you in my head, like take messy action. I do. My
Yeah.
action is often quite messy, but I take it.
Yeah.
It's just that thing. It's just that little push to get more out of yourself, and more out of your business. Like I think before I kind of met you, I was like, yeah, I do this thing, and it's my business, and it's just a little silly something I do. And then I do, it and I'm like, no, I want more. And you've just woken this like beast in me. I'm ambitious now. I know. Grow my business. Like when I met you, it was just me on my own, and I was okay. I was getting on. It was fine. And then I got a team member, and then I got another team member,
Yeah.
and I'm like, no, more. And you've just given me this passion and like awoken this ambition that it's not just that thing that I do, it's my business and I want to be successful about it. Like the things that I've done and pushed to do, I wouldn't have done that 2 years ago. I wouldn't, and because you've given me
Oh,
influence and stuff.
that's so good to hear that. And yeah, because I like to work in like bronze, silver, gold targets and having like an income target, which is what I'll teach people through the program. And then when we do the 1K and 7 day challenge, you really thrive on that as well. Like you love it when you hit your target. When we have updates, you're like, I'm like this close to my like silver target. Talk about what you can in terms of the money that you've seen come into your business in terms of
Yeah,
growth.
absolutely. So I've got my stats next to me because you I now have proper worksheets and I have a whole stats worksheet in my
Yeah.
on my top. So I think just as I was starting with you, I was like, oh, this is like my best ever month. I'm nearly going to take £3,000 in income. That's so exciting. What am I going to do with this money? I doubled that this year. And yeah, like it's just I think kind of finding that targeting stuff. Like I came from a slightly corporate background, so I got into setting targets. And when you work
Yeah.
for yourself, because it's you, and you just want to. I know when we start, we want to make our money. I know we want to pay our bills.
Yeah.
Maybe we'd like treat our kids to something. And I'm like, no, now I want more than this. I'm taking my kids on adventures. I know we're going.
Yeah.
I know last year I took my kids away. I funded that entirely myself. I did that because I've made my money in my business. I have my targets. So as well as like all my business plans, I have savings targets. And one of my targets is like adventures with my children because that's what I want to do with what I do. I know I don't work in the holidays. I don't run holiday clubs.
Yeah.
I
That's
get that.
actually one of the things I was going to say about you that I do love is like you're very clear with your boundaries. And whenever it is the holidays, you're like, I've got to get this done this week, but I'm away with my kids for the week. And I love that because that's what you're working for. Like you just said, like I've got these targets I want to hit. I was able to make that money to take them away, and I want them to have adventures because you don't want to be work like there's got to be some fun in it.
What I do is fun. I wouldn't do it if it wasn't fun. But ultimately, I'm not doing it just to keep me entertained. I need it. I know.
Yeah.
Like I said, this is the thing you've awoken in me. I was like, no, I want this. I want to earn more money out of this. How much can I get? I remember when you were talking about the Get Fully Booked program, and we've just been setting income targets. And I put this like absolute pie in the sky figure for my goal for the target. And then I sat down and worked out if every one of my classes is fully booked, I would hit that.
Yeah.
And I was like, and it was just like a light bulb. Like I feel like every time I talk to you, every time I hear you, I get a light bulb moment. I'm like, oh, that's
Yeah.
what I need to be doing. And then they live in my head and they keep me going. They keep me, I know you keep me honest. Because I don't,
Yeah.
and it's that real kind of like, you sort of suddenly go, oh, that's the thing I can do. That's what I need. That's what I need to do. And like the mindset stuff has been absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
I know you get, I know I'm not big at shouting about myself and the things that I've done because you told me to.
Yeah.
And because I'm a bit scared of you sometimes, Chrissy. You make me push me in my comfort zone, but I absolutely love it. I remember the first Market Like a Pop Star, he's like, you need to go live. And I put in the comments on the live chat, I can't go on a live, I'll swear, it'll be awful. I go live. I go live now and I don't even think about it. I went live on
Think about it.
and
Exactly.
everyone can see me going live and getting very excited about Club Hub on Saturday. And yeah, and that's the thing.
Yeah, that was amazing. Yeah, I'm going to talk about that. So, yeah, the whole target thing is really good. And one of the things I was just chatting with Julie and Michelle is like once you hit a target that you didn't think is possible and you hit that target, in your brain starts like, oh, I've done this, so if I've done it once I can do it again, like, and then you're like, oh well, what else could I do, like could I take it to the next level? And it just opens your mind, and that gives you the confidence, because you're like, well, I've done it once, that means I can do it again. And if it means I need to take more actions to get result, then that's what I got to do. And when I find, like, I've done stuff before, like in February, where I literally went to another level that I didn't even know I had. Like, and that made me go, oh, I can actually
isn't it?
I can do more.
Again, you need that dopamine rush thing again, and you go, and
Yeah.
that thing when you look in and you see your Stripe account or your emails have just gone bonkers because you've got all these registrations, or suddenly all this money comes in.
Yeah.
And then
Well,
it's
sales is an exchange of energy, and there's never a better time to go out and make a sale when you've just made a sale. And when it's flowing, then you'll be like, right, I need to get on it again. I need to like do some more personal outreach. I need to start some more conversations. I need to speak to some nurseries. I need to stop emailing nurseries. I need to pick up the bloody phone and go knock on the door. Like, I've got to find different ways of me hitting my goal. Like, and
yeah,
I've had conversations recently with lots of people, and they're saying, oh, they said they emailed the school and the school never replied. And that was like 6 months ago. So therefore the school doesn't want to work with me because they didn't reply to my email. I'm like, get with the program.
absolutely. Like my biggest school contract, I landed because I picked the phone up. Because
Yeah,
I'd had an email, I'd been referred by a parent, and I had an email, and in my back of my head, I was like, I can't just email, so I just picked up the phone and said, "Hi, it's Karen.
yeah.
Let's do this. Let's give it a go." And now, like, I don't know, a year later, it's one of my biggest school contracts.
Full contracts. Yeah.
I just,
Like,
because you just push. I took that messy action. I didn't kind of think it through. I know I had to just do it, take messy action, pick up the damn phone, and I did. And
which I think picking up the phone is scarier than going live, I would say.
yeah, I see that. I used to do that bit in my old job, and like we do the thing where people will just send an email and be very nice. I just need to phone these people.
Yeah, you're in a habit. So for you, you're mentally like, I've done that. My brain's trained to do it. I can do it.
Yeah. Kind of, you've learned like what's the worst they can say? No, it's not.
Exactly.
I know,
and go for the no. I tell people all the time, go for the no. The more no's you go for, like, you're going to get a yes at some point. It's called
I just got one last week. I hadn't heard, and I was like, I just going to ping a quick email, and I'll give them a ring because I knew somebody was going on that. And I was like, just double check, are you interested? They were like, no, we're going with someone else. I was like, okay, that's fine, thanks for letting me know. And then I don't need to waste my energy going, oh, why haven't you emailed me back?
Yeah.
You just take
that whole mental energy is just lost on a negative story that you're telling yourself.
It's okay that not everybody loves you. I know you don't need everybody in your world. Not everybody needs to like you. You need your super fans, and that's who I work with. I know my parents who come to my classes are my super fans. My schools I work with are my super fans. I don't need everybody to like me. I just need the right people to like me. And
I love it. Perfect. So, Cari, there's people I'm chatting to right now who are sitting on the fence, because obviously lots of people did the challenge with me last week, and I have to say, a lot of them don't know me. Like, there were so many new faces in the challenge, and so obviously they've come across me and thought, who's this lunatic? Probably in the group. You know, when I show up all week, we're like, come on, and they're like, cold. They don't know me at all. There's, the no like trust factor isn't there yet. They've only just come across me. What would you say to them to get them off the fence and say, come on, it's like take a chance?
I get it. I was there 2 years ago. I was like, this is a lot of money for me to hand over in my business. And I remember, so I'd done some other free challenges, and I didn't know you. I'd seen you on an advert. I signed up. A couple of the other people I know signed up, and I was late joining your first live because I have kids that don't sleep. So my friend messaged me, went, oh my God, she's something else. And I joined you, and you were giving all this. I was like, oh, that's amazing. And that first session, I went, yes. I think my first criticism at 6 is you need to show up, and and it just resonated with me. And I did go, and obviously I did. I joined your business club. I said, like, oh, I'll give it a go. And then I was like,
you needed to know more.
The whole thing, and the thing I think I've really learned as well is about investing in your business. I mean, I have made back so much more than I spent on you, Chrissy. Like you can see, like I have graphs. I love
it.
You can see my income just zoom up from the minute you came into my life and I started working with you and I took what you did. It just happened. And you do have to do it. I know Chrissy is many things. Chrissy is magic, but she's not that magic. You do have to put in, but you inspire and you support and you cheer us on. And you get us work. You're like, right, what are you going to do about that wobble? And I go, right, and it kicks me into gear. and I've made that money back. I wouldn't be making this kind of money now if I hadn't been implementing what Chrissy has been teaching me. Like those, I know I am in a franchise. I do have perhaps more support than people who are independent, but I know best in the world, my franchise are amazing. They're not marketers. That's not their background. And absolutely, that I see from you. And you tell us what works now. You don't tell us what worked 5 years ago. I mean, I started teaching like 4 years ago. So I kind of came towards the tail end of the pandemic. I know there were no toddler groups. Libraries weren't holding sessions. There wasn't all that old-fashioned thing. I know you had to take a flyer because you might have COVID. So I had to really jump into that like online space and stuff. And knowing what works now is makes such a difference. And like I said, everything I've spent with you, signing up with you, I wish I'd done it a year earlier because I would have had success and I would.
So, but it's going to keep going. It's going to keep going, and you're only going to continue to grow and go to the next level.
Throwing in a year's access to Business Club, that's amazing. That's such a bargain. That's so.
They've missed out on that one now. The people grabbed that yesterday. They got that one.
Yeah, and having that long, I mean, I think there's sometimes you buy these programs, you do something and it's a certain amount of time, but having that continuity, there's just really given me that edge to keep going. But
yeah, that's what I thought. And you're coming back to do it again with me this year.
I am.
So I asked Julie on the last interview because we're going to do the 1K in 7-day challenge in June, and I said to her if she hits her target, and I don't know what her target's going to be because I think it probably needs to be bigger than £1,000, and I'd say the same for you. What are you going to treat yourself to? Because she wants a spa day.
Oh, lovely, Julie. Because I got to meet her for the first time on Saturday. She's so lovely. I don't know. I'm really bad at treating myself.
Okay.
It's one of those things. I'm really terrible. So I was like, oh, I'll do something for the kids and stuff. But
so is it going to be an adventure for the kids then?
It might be. It might be something for me. So my hobbies are belly dance, and costumes are not very cheap. So maybe I might get myself a new sparkly costume. So
I love that. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, but. Yeah, everyone that's watching this, Cari does belly dancing as well, which I keep telling her she needs to tell people about as well, because I think it's like a sneak peek behind the scenes. So you're coming back to do it again, which I'm really excited about. Like you said to everyone, like, just do it. You're going to make your money back. It's literally a no-brainer. We're going to do the 1K in 7-day challenge, as well as doing like the 6 live training sessions. So these guys are going to be like, everyone's going to be on fire because they should be like well set up for the summer, kicking back bookings in by September. That's the plan. That's the plan.
It's so nice to have your summer not going, oh, I might need to just go and do something else, to know that you've got that sitting there and you've got those people ready.
And you know what to do as well, because the thing is, if we can get everyone in a really good position, like they've done the challenge, they know what worked, they know what didn't work, they know what sales they've got in the bank. One of the sessions I'm going to do of the live training is mapping out the rest of the year, so they can go away and be like, right, this is what the rest of the year looks like. This is what marketing activities I need to do. This is what lead gen I need to do. This is what sales activities I need to do. And so they're going to have a plan that they can just go away and execute.
And that's amazing. And that's so easy. I know, I love that planning side of things. And it's one of those things where, because it's so hard to find time when you run your own business, because you're doing your class, you're doing your delivery, and you've got to do the back stuff, and then you go, oh, I've got to do a plan, I've got to do a strategy. It makes so much difference. You know where you're going, and you can have those steps to go through.
Yeah, you need a plan. You've got to have a sales plan, otherwise you just bob along.
Yeah,
just bob along.
And that's always my thing you talk about, do you just want to bob along? And maybe 2 years ago, I was happy with that. And absolutely, no, I'm not happy with that now.
Love it, love it. Well, thank you so much for your time today, Cari. I've loved this interview. If anyone's looking to join the Market Like a Pop Star program, the doors close this Sunday at 10 p.m. There is no rerun. I am not doing this again because, as Cari will tell you, I put so much energy into doing these types of programs that I can't maintain that 52 weeks of the year. So it goes into one big program, give you all the tools that you need so you can get cracking. Comment pop star after this live. And I can't wait to see who's going to take the lead, because I feel like people, they need to hear it from other people, which is why I love doing these interviews, because just the stories, and I love the stats. Cari, please send me your graph. I would love it. I will cross out your details, but I would love to show everyone that.
I'll send you some screenshots. I've got some pretty ones.
Brilliant. All right, my friends, thank you very much.
You won't regret it. I know, honestly, I'm doing it as well. So it really is, I'm doing it because it works. I'm doing it because it's amazing. And I do it because Chrissy is fab. So
Oh, thank you, Cari. Enjoy the rest of your day teaching.
that's right.
See you later.
Yeah, bye.
Bye. Bye.